Hello YouTube, well here we are back where we left off in the last update. This is just really going to be a short update, but as you'll recall, before we put down the undergrowth for the forest, as you can see, now started to plant some trees. Got some grass over here as well, which you've got to tie all this in just yet. As you can see, we're going to continue on down the Thompson River Canyon back there. So also painted these rock walls on this side, but more to come on that. This little spur here is going to go off to a steel mill, which is just going to be over here by the dispatcher's desk. As you can see, I've also been doing some work on the bench, the building that needs to go in, and there's the actual work desk as well, with a bunch of projects on it, and my airbrush in the corner. So coming around the other side, you can see also I've started to plant some trees just on this hill. Got to tie these rocks in yet. Just starting to do that. As you can see, we're just working in the plaster rocks on this side. So I've got a mixture of plaster rocks and also carved scenery. So got some nice grasses down here. Again, we've got to do all the ballasting in the inside as we pass over the track. But yeah, it's coming on. I've got to put some smaller trees in yet, but it ties into this next little piece along here. So pleased with the way it's going so far. I did hope to have got this piece done as well, but that didn't work out just yet. I haven't really had as much time to do the layout as I was hoping. Just something else to update you on here. A new building at the Trinity Sand and Glass. So this is a pike stuff, as you recognise the blue colour. It's actually the pike stuff Milton A Corporation building, but I've changed it up a little bit, and what I'm doing now is just putting in various vents. I've got some pipes to go on as well, and ultimately I'm going to tie this in and paint it the same colour as the rest of the buildings here, so it'll look like one piece, all tied into the same factory. So yeah, starting to look like actually a working industrial centre. Some little details we put in here, like a little steps down to the office and up to the track. So I'm going to put a signal cabinet, electrical cabinet here somewhere, so that you've got access up to it. And that's what I'm trying to do around the rest of the layout, is to make sure I've got access throughout where you'd expect to see access. So yeah, I think it's a nice little footprint on the layout. It's a nice building, typical pike stuff quality. I really enjoyed messing about with that, and as you can see, also I've painted some of the rocks here. I've got to tie those in, get some vegetation on that too. Just started to think about the telegraph poles, and I've got some power poles as well, so working on that at the same time. Another thing I got up to is there used to be a small spur that ran in here, and before it used to go under there and around the back, but then once I put this branch line in that runs underneath there was really no need to have the track running around the back, so took that out and smoothed that out, so it looks a lot better. And here you can see there's a split level, so the branch runs off down at a lower level than the other track, which is coming round here for the canyon. DC rail unit that I need to really finish at some point. Just one of the other projects that I have on the go. So on the bridge here also just started to tie this in to try to landscape all this together. So again, we got some plaster castings here, but also some carved rocks. So yeah, I'm just starting that one out. So this is going to be a road through. It's going to go into the intermodal facility. Fortunately, I've got these. Unfortunately, I've got these pillars that are holding up the stairs, so I can't do much about it. All I'm trying to do is to mask it as best I can, and hopefully, when we're down low, then we're gonna at train level, we won't be able to. We won't focus on the wood beams above it. Just somebody else to update you. Went to the Calgary Model Railroad Society flea market today, and managed to pick up these 3 center beam cars for $20. Got a couple of tank cars and also a hopper car. So went in there, wasn't going to buy anything, and ended up buying a few things, but it was very good. Didn't spend too much money. And the final thing I just want to update you on is I bought 2 more Walther's grain bin kits, and got pretty good at building these now, so I can build them within an hour, and spray them up, so it's looking pretty good. Just building the rack on the gantry on the top. Forget this piece that's not going to be on there, but as you can see, just putting some piping there, which is going to go into each of the feed bins. I'm going to run it back here to the head house, and then of course that joins on then to the bigger concrete grain facility, and then in the back we've got echoes of the past with an old wood elevator. So looking at the bins from this side, as you can see, it's really a sense of scale. When I stuck this on my on a Facebook page, somebody was talking about putting conveyors and everything underneath. I really don't know how these elevators work, and I'm not trying to recreate, a functioning grain facility. I'll do some research to make it as good as I can, but really it's all about getting the scale so that the locomotives and rolling stock looking, you can understand the scale. And more importantly, of course, this is a scenic break for the rest of the layout. So once you get down to eye level and train level, you can see that this whole grain complex then just acts as a scenic break. And rather than putting a background down the middle of the peninsula, what I've got is these buildings, so you see it from both sides. So yes, you've got to model both sides of it, but at the end of the day, for me, it looks more realistic. And then finally picked up one of these high railer cars from, is it River Point Junction? They're a bit like hen's teeth, but to get, but didn't manage to get a CP one, but got a CN one. So again, gives it a nice sense of scale. So yeah, that's about it. I was going to try to do some more ballasting going down here, but that didn't happen. I've got to ballast all this at some point. Just painted this center spot here. I'm going to put some shrubbery around that. I need to finish ballasting in here, the engine facility. Also got to get these lights sorted out as well. So still plenty to do. For the bridge over here, the trestles, I've got to get the trestles and put those in so I can finish this this gorge, which is going to be one of the scenic features. But generally now it's starting to come together. I love the way this typical Canadian Rocky Mountains railroading, where you're in between these big cliffs and the pine trees. It's all starting to hang together pretty nicely. Lots of work still to do. Oh, and just finally got my finally got my MRC Prodigy wireless. Plugged it in and works just fine. So if I'm following the train around the layout, I can use this, and if I'm actually switching then I can just use the plugins. As you can see, I didn't buy the MRC plugins. These are just RJ sockets that I've just bought from Home Depot, a couple of bucks each, and you buy a little kit to make your own, and good to go. Everything works. So yeah, so there we are, just a short update. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment, subscribe, criticize. You know, I'm a big boy, I can take it. But yeah, more to do. Lots and lots of work. Scenery is my thing. That's what I enjoy doing the most. But I don't seem to get distracted by other things. Anyway, enough rambling. I'll see you all next month.